Between 2022 and 2026, the technology sector went on a firing spree. Amazon alone eliminated over 57,000 corporate jobs. Other companies were quick to follow. Cloudflare dropped over 1,000 employees to focus on an AI strategy, while Klarna replaced the equivalent of 700 customer service representatives with an automated model. In many corporate offices, the operating theory was that eliminating salaries through software would yield a direct spike in profit. Major tech firms aimed for a model of zero headcount scaling, growing the business without adding a single human worker. To see if this actually worked, we can look at a May 2026 study from Gartner, which surveyed 350 senior executives at billion-dollar companies. This chart compares workforce reductions with financial returns. For 80% of the organizations that cut their staff to implement AI, there was absolutely zero correlation with increased return on investment. They fired their people, but their profits stayed entirely flat. If companies successfully erased millions of dollars in employee salaries from their payroll, where exactly did all that money go? The answer starts with how large language models function. They don't actually pull facts from a reliable database. To save computing resources, or tokens, they simply guess the statistically most likely word to come next. This guessing game creates what developers call hallucinations. That's when an AI confidently fabricates information, handing you a grammatically perfect, totally fluent lie. This 100-dot grid represents typical AI outputs. Even top-tier models like Claude maintain a 3% error rate. Standard models like ChatGPT operate with a nearly 40% error rate. Deploying a system with a guaranteed 3 to 40% failure rate into your critical corporate infrastructure creates a massive financial sinkhole. Because these models generate unpredictable errors, companies can't let them run unsupervised. They have to hire human workers to constantly monitor the outputs. This graph illustrates the human oversight paradox. As AI accuracy increases along the bottom axis, the financial cost of human oversight exponentially climbs. Because AI is almost entirely correct, human monitors spend grueling hours maintaining maximum concentration to catch that rare failure. You can't hand that kind of high-stakes review to an entry-level intern. The job requires a highly paid expert capable of spotting subtle, complex failures around the clock. Labor cost remained on the books, simply shifting from entry-level salaries to the high compensation required for specialized AI oversight. This demographic pyramid shows exactly who is being eliminated. Stanford data reveals a 20% drop in employment for junior developers. AI handles their basic bugs, but when you eliminate these foundational roles, the pipeline feeding senior positions collapses. Matt Garman, the CEO of Amazon Web Services, admitted this openly. He stated that replacing junior developers with AI eventually causes a company to implode because there is no talent pipeline left to produce future experts. Removing the bottom rungs of the corporate ladder leaves companies with no internal mechanism to develop the senior expertise needed in the coming decade. Not every corporation fell into this trap. In 2021, IKEA rolled out an AI chatbot named Billy. Billy successfully resolved 47% of all their customer inquiries. Under standard tech industry logic, IKEA had the perfect opportunity to fire half of its support staff. Instead, IKEA made a different choice. With the AI handling the routine calls, they retrained 8,500 support staff to become premium interior design consultants. They launched an online design service and charged customers for it. In its first year, this retrained human division generated 1.3 billion euros in new revenue. True corporate success comes from using AI to handle the repetitive, basic tasks, which frees up human capital to generate new, lucrative value. Moving forward, the total cost of operating a company with AI is likely going up. You have massive infrastructure bills, constant error correction, and high salaries for premium managers required to oversee the system. Current implementation shows that language models function best when augmenting a human professional, rather than attempting to replace the role entirely. Any companies that attempt to automate their entire workforce to zero will ultimately automate themselves out of business.